Hello, this is Being Mathematician. Yes, I got so many requests to make a video about this important and interesting topic. Many students have said that they are so much confused about this kind of irrational exponent term, so in this video, we have to understand everything about this kind of term. We must discuss the proper explanations, proving, applications, almost everything of this type of term. At first, we have to explain x to the power m. As we all know, x to the power m means x into x into x up to m times. We can say by an example, that is x to the power 7 is x into x into x into x into x. That's 7 times. Now, the question is, when the terms are x to the power root x to the power root y, root x to the power root x, then what is the explanation of that such term where the exponent of the term is irrational? Observe it, all exponent of the terms are irrationals. So let's explain it by an example. So let us assume an example that 2 root 3. We know that root 3 is an irrational number. The value of root 3 approximately 1.732050807568 and so on. And by calculator, we can calculate 2 to the power root 3 is 3.321997085. Now, when 2 to the power 1 by 7, that means only this part is taken from root 3, and it can be written as 2 to the power 1 by 10 whole to the power 17. So it can be explained as 2 to the power 1 by 10 into 2 to the power 1 by 10 into 2 to the power 1 by 10 up to 17 times. And the value of this term is 3.24900958542, obviously by calculator. So compare this value with this value is only 3 is similar to this, and these digits are different from these digits. Now let's see what happened when root 3 is taken as 1.73. So as usual, the number would be 2 to the power 1.73, and it can be written as 2 to the power 173 by 100. So we can write this 2 to the power 1 by 100 whole to the power 173. So it can be explained as 2 to the power 100 into 2 to the power 1 by 100 into up to 2 to the power 1 by 100 up to 173 times. So, and by calculator we can calculate this value, and it will be 3.3172781. And now you can compare only these two digits are similar to the answer, to the value of 2 to the power root 3. So now we can move by taking the value of root 3 is 1.732, and putting this value 1.732, it's 2 to the power 1732 divided by 1000, and it can be explained as 1 by 1000 into 1 by 1000 up to 1732 times. And we can calculate the value by calculator, and it will be 3.3218800. And we can observe only 4 digit is similar to the value of 2 to the power root 3. So in this way, the value of 2 root 3 will reach to 3.321997085. So this is the proper explanation of the numbers which have irrational exponent. And we clearly say that any number to the power irrational is an irrational number. And in this way, we can explain that kind of terms with proper examples. Now come to an important question, that is, any real number is irrational number. Is it possible to prove it? Let's see. Let us assume that the term is x to the power root y, and let x to the power root y is a rational number. So it can be expressed as p by q form, where pq are integer q not equal to 0 and HCF of PQ equal to 1. So x to the power root y whole to the power root y, taking root y on both sides as exponent. So it will be x to the power y equal to p to the power root y by q to the power root y. Now it can be written as x to the power y into q to the power root y equal to p to the power root y. Now again taking root y as exponent on both of the sides. So we can write and it will be x to the power y root y into q to the power y equal to p to the power y. So we can say x to the power y root y divides x to the power y root y into q to the power y. So it divides p to the power y because this term is equal to p to the power y. So clearly we can say x to the power y root y divides p, since p to the power y means p into up to y times. So x to the power y root y divides p. Now let p equal to k into x to the power root y, and putting it in the equation x to the power y root y into q to the power y into p to the power y. Putting the value of p in this equation, we get k into x to the power root y whole to the power y x to the power y root y into q to the power y. Now it can be simplified as k to the power y into x to the power y square root y. So q to the power y equal to k to the power y into x to the power y square root y minus y root y. So it is y root y into y minus 1, and clearly y is greater than 1. So y minus 1 is positive. So we can say q to the power y equal to k to the power y into x to the power y root y whole to the power y minus 1. So we can say that x to the power y root y divides k to the power y into x to the power y root y whole to the power y minus 1. So it divides q to the power y, and it's implied that x to the power y root y divides q. So in this way, we say that p and q are not co-prime. So it is a contradiction. Therefore, it is proved that x to the power root y is not a rational number. It is an irrational number. In this way, we can prove root x whole to the power root y is an irrational number. Now, let us assume that root x whole to the power root y is p by q. That means it's a rational number where p, q are integer, q not equal to 0, and HCF of PQ is 1. So taking root y as exponent on both sides, we get root x whole to the power y equal to p to the power root y by q to the power root y. Now x to the power y by 2 equal to p to the power root y divided by q to the power root y, and squaring both sides, we get x to the power y equal to p to the power 2 root y by q to the power 2 root y. Now it can be written as q to the power 2 root y into x to the power y equal to p to the power 2 root y. Now, taking root y as exponent on both sides, and it will be q to the power 2y into x to the power y root y equal to p to the power 2y. So from this we can say x to the power y root y divides q to the power 2y into x to the power y root y, and it divides p to the power 2y. So x to the power y root y divides p. Remember this. Now let p equal to k into x to the power y root y. So we know that q to the power 2y into x to the power y root y equal to p to the power 2y. So putting the value of p in the equation, we get now simplify it. K to the power 2y into x to the power 2y square root y. So q to the power 2y equal to k to the power 2y into x to the power 2y square root y by x to the power y root y. Now q to the power 2y equal to k to the power 2y into x to the power y root y into 2y minus 1. Since y is greater than 1, so 2y minus 1 is always greater than 0. So we can write q to the power 2y equal to k to the power 2y into x to the power y root y whole to the power 2y minus 1. Now we can say x to the power y root y divides this term k to the power 2y into x to the power y root y whole to the power 2y minus 1. So it divides q to the power 2y, and finally it implies that x to the power y root y divides q. So we can say x to the power y root y is a common factor of p and q. Therefore, p and q are not co-prime. So this is a contradiction. So our assumption is totally wrong. So we can say root x to the power root y is not rational. It must be a surd or an irrational. So in this way, we can prove any number to the power irrational is an irrational number. Now let's see a problem sum on irrational exponent term. Solve for x. The sum is cube root of 4 whole to the power fourth root of fourth root of 3 is equal to 16th root of 16 to the power x. Let's see the solution. It can be written as 4 to the power 1 by 3 and whole to the power 3 to the power 1 by 4 equal to 16 to the power x whole to the power 1 by 16. Now 4 to the power 1 by 3 into 3 to the power 1 by 4 equal to 2 to the power 4x by 16. Now it will be 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power minus 3 by 4. Here we can calculate this part and this part and we get 3 to the power minus 3 by 4. Now 2 to the power x by 4. So we can write x to the power 4 equal to 2 into 3 to the power minus 3 by 4. Therefore, x equal to 8 into 3 to the power minus 3 by 4. So 8 by 3 to the power 3 by 4. So it will be 8 by 4th root of 27. So the value of x is 8 by 4th root of 27. So I think everything is cleared about irrational exponent term. So you think this video is really helpful to you? If yes, then please tell me in comments, and if you realize that this video is useful to everyone, then please share it as much as possible. So thank you and goodbye.